Well, hi, this is Sacco, Robrobin on most of the watch boards. This morning I thought I'd spend a little time with a new watch on the market by Omega. It's a dive watch, 1200 meter. It's called a Ploprof. It's a remake of a watch that was developed by Jacques Cousteau and the COMEX diving engineers a number of years ago. The word comes from two French words. I'm not sure exactly what they are, but if you take pieces of both French words, it ends up with the somewhat of an acronym called Ploprof, and that's what it got named. So the new one looks very similar to the old one. It has the same style case, beads of rice bracelet. There's not a lot of difference when you look at them visually, but when you take a little closer inspection, this model has been updated for today's market. So first of all, it has a sapphire crystal with AR coating on both sides. It has Omega's new 8500 caliber automatic coaxial movement. So and this one's been accurate to just about 1 second a week. So it's incredibly accurate. Like the old one, you press the button down for the rotating bezel. It can go in both directions, and when the button's up, it stays completely in place. So it's great for a diver. It's a left-hand wind again. This is the screw-down crown. This mechanism comes straight up, which is a little bit different than the original, but it operates essentially the same. Oh, let's see. Another nice feature of this is the independently adjustable hour hand. So if you're traveling, or if there's a time change, you don't have to change the minutes. It's one of the stops here. Let's see if we can get it right. Well, that's the minute one, sorry. Let's see if we can get it. Well, we'll have to screw it back down again. But it's nice for when you're traveling. So you can just move the hour, and you don't have to worry about changing the minutes. So that's, I think it's one stop. There we go. So you can go back or forward, which is really a nice feature. You know, it doesn't hack at this point, so the minutes keep running. So your watch is extremely accurate throughout any of the time zones that you go through, or when you flop over from daylight savings time to standard time. So that's a pretty cool feature. Another cool feature of this watch is the bracelet. It's a push-button bracelet, very easy to pop on and off, by pressing these two buttons. But when summer and winter come, sometimes your watch gets too tight for you in the summer, and you need to, make it a little bit larger. And it's difficult on most watches, but on this one, you press this little button, and there's a little ratchet which allows it to come out of a whole inch, just about an inch. And you can push it back. You can hear the ratchet probably. One step at a time. So that's pretty neat. And if most of the divers today wear electronic instrumentation, but if you want to wear this over a wetsuit and keep it as backup, you can just pop this open, and it's the dive extension, which allows you to do that. And this ratcheted thing still works, so you can tighten it over your wetsuit, so that's really neat. What else can I tell you about this watch? Very heavy beads of rice bracelet. It's a solid watch. It fits very nicely on the wrist. I was comparing it the other day at the watch show to the Deep Sea, and I tend to wear this one more. It just fits more comfortably. The bracelet is designed beautifully. You have to have a fairly large wrist in order to wear this watch. There's no question about that. And it's very unique. It's not a shape that you'll find everywhere in the marketplace. So what else can I tell you? I think I told you that it has a sapphire crystal, AR coating on both sides of that crystal. The case back has a little documentation and a serial number, and the typical red dot from Omega indicating that the case back hasn't ever been taken off. And that's fairly unique to the Omega line. I haven't seen any other company use that. It's rated at 1,200 meters, which is about 4,000 feet. It also comes on a orange rubber strap and a black rubber strap, if you'd like. And it has pretty much the same deployant type buckle that this one has. So it operates exactly the same. Well, that's the new Omega Professional, the Ploprof, and it's a remake of a 1960s watch. And oh, it also has a date down on the bottom right hand side, around between the 4 and 5 o'clock. Sometimes it's too small for some people to see. I can still read it, fortunately. It doesn't have a magnifying crystal over it, but it's fairly legible. So that's about it for today. Great 55 by 48 millimeter watch, very heavy. I think I say in my post it's a man's watch. There's no question about it. Or for people with very large wrists. That's about all.